Where do great ideas come from? How did Einstein conceive of relativity? How did Mozart compose entire symphonies in his mind? How do visionary entrepreneurs invent industries that never existed before? We have a romantic notion of the lone genius, struck by a random bolt of lightning from the heavens. But what if creativity isn't an accident? What if it's a skill? What if I told you that your mind is a receiver, and there is a field of infinite ideas and solutions that you can learn to tune into on command? This is the premise of the Creativity Code. It's a framework that reframes creativity not as an act of thinking harder, but as an act of receiving better. It's a protocol for quieting the noise of your conscious mind so you can access a deeper, more intelligent field of information. A field that quantum physicists believe contains all the potential and all the information in the universe. In this video, I'm going to teach you the three-step process for cracking this code. We'll cover the empty cup, the art of mental silence, the tuning fork, the science of energetic resonance, and the scribe, the practice of capturing what you receive. This isn't just for artists or musicians. This is for entrepreneurs, scientists, parents, and anyone who needs to solve complex problems and generate novel solutions. If you are ready to move beyond brainstorming and start downloading breakthroughs, you are in the right place. And if you want to continue to unlock the hidden capabilities of your mind, make sure you click that subscribe button right now. We provide a new key to unlocking your potential every single week, and you won't want to miss the masterclasses we have coming up. Part 1. The Field of Infinite Ideas. Before we learn to access it, we have to understand what the field is. In quantum physics, this is known as the quantum field, or the zero-point field. It is the fundamental substrate of reality. It is a field of pure potential, containing an infinite amount of energy and information. Every possible reality, every invention, every song, every solution to every problem already exists as a wave of probability in this field. Think of it like a universal Wi-Fi network that you are always connected to. Your brain is the receiver. The problem is, most of us have a very weak signal. Our receiver is constantly cluttered with the static of our own analytical mind. This is the great paradox of creativity. Great ideas don't come from thinking. They come from the cessation of thought. Consider the stories of history's greatest breakthroughs. Albert Einstein said he got his best ideas about relativity while imagining riding on a beam of light, a state of relaxed, playful daydreaming. Not intense calculation. Nikola Tesla claimed his inventions, like the AC motor, appeared to him in fully formed holographic visions. He didn't invent them. He received them. Paul McCartney said the entire melody for the song Yesterday came to him in a dream. He woke up and simply transcribed it. What do all these stories have in common? The breakthrough didn't happen when they were hunched over a desk, forcing a solution. It happened in a state of relaxation, daydreaming, or sleep. It happened when their conscious, analytical mind, the ego, got out of the way. Your analytical mind, the part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex, is brilliant at focusing, planning, and executing known tasks. But it is terrible at generating novel ideas. Why? Because its job is to work with what it already knows. It operates based on your past experiences and your existing knowledge. It can only rearrange the old furniture. It can't bring in new furniture. True creativity, the creation of something genuinely new, comes from a different state of consciousness. It comes from a state where the analytical mind goes quiet, and you are able to access a deeper level of intelligence. This is often associated with specific brainwave states. Alpha waves, the state of light relaxation, meditation, or being in the zone. Theta waves, the state of deep meditation, dreaming, or that twilight state just before you fall asleep. This is the brainwave state most associated with divine downloads and creative epiphanies. In these states, the gatekeeper of your conscious mind steps aside, and you can receive information from the broader field. You are no longer limited by what you personally know. You have access to the infinite library of the universe. The first step of the creativity code, therefore, is to learn how to quiet the thinking mind and intentionally enter these receptive brainwave states. Part 2. The 3 steps of the creativity code. Cracking the creativity code is a 3-step process. It's simple, but it requires practice. Step 1. The empty cup. Create the space. You cannot pour fresh water into a cup that is already full. You cannot receive a new idea when your mind is cluttered with old thoughts, worries, and to-do lists. The first step is to create mental silence. You must become an empty cup. There are many ways to do this, but here are 2 of the most effective. 1. The do-nothing meditation. This is the simplest and hardest practice. Sit in a quiet place for 10 to 15 minutes. Your only job is to do nothing. Don't try to control your breath. Don't try to chant a mantra. Simply sit and be aware of your thoughts without engaging with them. Watch them float by like clouds in the sky. At first, your mind will be a chaotic storm. But with practice, gaps of silence will begin to appear between your thoughts. These gaps are the openings through which new ideas can enter. 2. Engage in rhythmic, automatic activity. Have you ever noticed your best ideas come in the shower, while driving, or while going for a run? That's because these activities are rhythmic and automatic. They occupy your conscious mind just enough to keep it from overthinking, allowing your subconscious mind to make new connections and receive new information. Schedule these incubation periods into your day. Go for a walk without your phone. Take a long shower. Do the dishes. These are not breaks from your creative work. They are the creative work. Step 2. The tuning fork. Set the frequency. Once you have created some mental space, the next step is to tune your receiver to the frequency of the information you want to receive. The quantum field contains infinite information. You need to tell it what you're looking for. This is where you use your intention like a tuning fork. 1. Pose a clear question. Before you go into your meditation or your rhythmic activity, pose a clear, specific question to the field. Don't ask, "How can I make more money?" Ask, "What is a novel solution to my client's problem that would be worth $10,000? Or what is the perfect melody for the chorus of my song?" The more specific the question, the clearer the signal you are sending. 2. Generate the emotion of the solution. This is the quantum part. After you pose the question, don't focus on the problem. Focus on the feeling of having already received the solution. How would you feel if the perfect idea just downloaded into your mind? Excited? Relieved? Inspired? Generate that emotion in your body now. This elevated emotion attunes your energetic field to the frequency of the answer. You are becoming a vibrational match to the solution. Step 3. The scribe. Capture the idea. This final step is crucial. Ideas are like butterflies. They are fleeting and delicate. If you don't capture them the moment they appear, they will fly away. You must become a scribe for your own intuition. 1. Always have a capture tool, whether it's a notebook, a notes app on your phone, or a voice recorder. You must have a tool with you at all times. The universe loves speed. When you honor the ideas it sends you by capturing them immediately, you are telling it, "I'm listening. Send me more." 2. Don't judge or edit. When an idea comes, your job is not to analyze it. It is not to critique it. It is simply to write it down exactly as it comes. The analytical mind will have its turn later. In the moment of reception, you are just a channel. The biggest killer of creativity is judging an idea before it is fully born. Capture first, curate later. This 3-step process, empty cup, tuning fork, scribe, is your system for moving from active thinking to active receiving. It's how you shift from being a creator to being a co-creator with the infinite intelligence of the universe. This process is a skill, and like any skill, it improves with practice. To help you, I've included a dedicated section in the Quantum Breakthrough Protocol called the Creativity Code Toolkit. It includes guided meditations to help you achieve the empty cup state, a library of powerful questions to use as your tuning fork, and a 30-day journal with prompts for capturing and developing your ideas. It's a complete system for making creativity a daily habit, not a random accident. For just $88, you can unlock your inner genius. The link is in the description. Stop waiting for inspiration and start commanding it. Part 3. The Neuroscience of the Aha Moment. What we've been describing isn't just a spiritual or philosophical concept. It has a clear basis in neuroscience. The aha moment, or what scientists call an insight experience, has a unique neural signature. Neuroscientist Mark Beeman at Northwestern University has studied this extensively using fMRI and EEG scans. He found that right before a person has a breakthrough idea, there is a distinct pattern of brain activity. First, there is a moment of mental impasse where the analytical prefrontal cortex is stuck. Then, the person relaxes and lets go of the problem. In this moment of relaxation, there is a burst of activity in an area of the brain called the anterior superior temporal gyrus, located in the right hemisphere. This area is responsible for making connections between seemingly unrelated ideas. Simultaneously, there is a burst of gamma waves, the highest frequency brainwaves associated with peak performance and consciousness. This gamma wave burst is the signature of the aha moment. It's the brain suddenly making a new, non-obvious connection. The Creativity Code Protocol is designed to intentionally create the conditions for this neural event to happen. The empty cup meditation and relaxation quiets the analytical mind and reduces the beta wave activity of intense focus. This allows the brain to shift into the more relaxed alpha and theta states, where the right hemisphere can get to work. The tuning fork posing a question primes the brain with the elements of the problem. It loads the data, so to speak. The incubation period, the walk, the shower, is when the brain's default mode network takes over. This is a network of brain regions that becomes active when we are not focused on a specific task. It's the brain's creative engine, and it works in the background to connect the dots. Then, when you least expect it, bam! The burst of gamma waves in the right hemisphere. The new connection is made. The aha moment arrives. So, when you feel stuck on a problem, the most counterproductive thing you can do is to think harder. The scientific approach is to define the problem clearly, tuning fork, and then deliberately disengage. Go for a walk. Listen to music. Take a nap. You are not being lazy. You are engaging a different, more powerful part of your brain's creative machinery. You are trusting the process. Understanding the science behind these processes is what separates wishful thinking from real, repeatable results. If you appreciate this evidence-based approach to personal development, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Our mission is to demystify these powerful concepts and give you the science to back them up. Your subscription helps us continue this work. Thank you. Part 4. Building a Creative Lifestyle. Creativity is not an event, it's a lifestyle. You can't just use this protocol once and expect to become a creative genius. You have to build the habits and the environment that support a constant flow of ideas. Here are some practical ways to do that. 1. Schedule nothing time. In our hyperproductive world, we see empty space in our calendar as a problem to be solved. This is a disaster for creativity. You must schedule time for non-productive activities. Block out time for walks, for listening to music, for just sitting and staring out the window. This is your incubation time. Protect it fiercely. 2. Diversify your inputs. Your brain makes new connections between existing nodes of information. The more diverse your knowledge base, the more interesting the connections will be. Read books outside your field. Watch documentaries on subjects you know nothing about. Talk to people from different cultures and backgrounds. Be a voracious learner. You are stocking the pantry for your creative brain to cook with. 3. Create a capture system. As we said, You must have a system for capturing ideas. But it's not enough to just write them down. You need to review them. Once a week, schedule a review and develop session. Go through all the ideas you've captured. Which ones still excite you? Which ones connect to each other? This is where you bring the analytical mind back in to curate and build upon the raw material you've received. 4. Embrace play and curiosity. Creativity thrives in an atmosphere of playfulness, not pressure. Approach your problems with a sense of childlike curiosity. Ask what if instead of how to. Be willing to experiment and fail. There are no failed experiments. There is only data. The more you play, the more relaxed your mind becomes, and the more open you are to receiving novel ideas. By building these practices into your daily and weekly routine, you transform your life into a creative ecosystem. You are no longer waiting for the muse to visit. You are building a beautiful home for her to live in. Building a new lifestyle requires structure and support. The Quantum Breakthrough Protocol is designed to provide exactly that. The Creativity Code Toolkit. Within the protocol is a 30-day challenge that walks you through installing all of these habits. It gives you daily prompts, weekly review templates, and a curated list of input diversification resources. For just $88, it's a boot camp for your creative muscle. If you're ready to make creativity your default state, the link is in the description. It's time to build your creative ecosystem. You were born to create. It is your fundamental nature. The universe is not a static, finished thing. It is a dynamic, creative process, and you are a vital part of that process. You have access to an infinite field of ideas, solutions, and inspiration. You just need to learn how to get out of your own way and listen. Stop trying to think your way to a breakthrough. Start creating the space for the breakthrough to find you. Empty your cup, tune your frequency, and be ready to capture the wisdom that is constantly flowing to you. I want you to leave a comment below with one creative project you are going to apply this process to. Declare your intention to the field. Thank you for dedicating this time to unlocking your creative power. Now, go and bring something new and beautiful into the world. Until next time, remember that the most creative act you will ever manage is the creation of yourself.